Om Namah Shivaya. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Happy International Yoga Day. So it's very important to practice yoga, and we pray that more and more people will practice yoga around the world. And the main reason that we practice yoga is because we feel that we are progressing. It's not a nice feeling to feel stuck. And sometimes we feel like that. We feel stuck. We feel that we are not progressing. Things are not moving and we are stagnant. So if you feel like this, the best way is to practice. Go back to your yoga mat, to your meditation cushion, to your diary, to your journal, and try to renew your practice. Okay, so today I gave you an overall idea. So what it means to practice, what to practice, and how do you self-develop yourself. Okay? So the idea is you need to do it consciously. Self-development has to come consciously. And we call it, in yoga term, we call it sadhana. Sadhana is a conscious practice. It's not something that you do without thinking, because the goal of all practices is to self-transform. And that's when that you renew yourself. Self-transform. Transform what? Transform consciousness. Transform the way how you feel about yourself and about the world. So you are growing toward your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Okay? So for you to self-develop, you need to make an effort. So it's important, the idea of making an effort, conscious effort, and also very important, the idea that you receive guidance. You need to follow a system of teaching or teachers because you want to self-develop, but you don't know what to do. And you might waste a lot of time. So we have the system from Swami Vishnudevanji and Swami Sivananda. We call the 5 points and the 4 paths. Okay? So I remind you that you need to practice this in an uninterrupted manner for a long time to change the old habits. Okay? So you want to self-develop, you start training yourself, but you need to do it in a systematic manner for a long time. Let's say you do asanas, pranayama 3-4 times a week, satsang meditation, 3-4 times a week. It's fine, but you need to do like this consistently for a long time to achieve the transformation of body, of head, of heart, of energy. And you need to know that you need to have guidance from teachers, but also from scriptures. So that means you need to spend time to study. A little study, yeah. Ideally is you have a teacher that speak the language that you understand, and then you study. Swami Sivananda has 200-300 books. Yeah. Up till now, we are not able to read all his books, but it's the same idea, same system. So you need to try to study his books. And we are trying to translate for those people that don't have the translation. So the same teaching come from the Vedas. Yeah, it's a Vedic teaching. It's very old teaching about the self and about the lifestyle that help you to tune in, help you to feel that you are progressing. So we call it classical yoga. Follow lineage of teachers and follow scriptures. So the 5 points of yoga that you need to practice daily, you know that. Yeah, I just remind you, it's today International Yoga Day, and many people maybe have not started this kind of practice. So the first point is proper exercise, the asanas, done in a certain manner. So the way how we perform the asanas is also meditative. And then proper breathing, pranayama, proper relaxation, savasana, proper diet, vegetarian sattvic diet, and positive thinking and meditation, which is Vedanta and Dhyana, the Raja Yoga meditation system. So one important thing to remember, if you want to feel that you are progressing, self-transforming, self-developing, is you need to practice more than theory. This is what Swami Sivananda said. 1 ounce of practice equals tons of theory. That means you can read, you can hear, but you need to mainly practice so that you can have the direct experience. The teaching are practical, sometimes technical, but we try to keep also the overall view. So that's the thing. You learn some technique, and sometimes you apply the technique and you forget the whole picture. So you have to learn the technique, the practical thing, and then you have to understand how it fits into the big picture, how it influences the whole overall life, yeah? And you slowly, it's like the puzzle, you know, the puzzle, the game, yeah? Piece by piece, you don't quite understand the picture, but piece by piece, you put it together, and all of a sudden, the whole beautiful landscape or picture emerge, okay? So you need to practice for a long time, have guidance, so you don't lose heart, and then the whole picture will come about. So the other system or guidance is the 8 limbs of yoga. You need to practice the whole 8 limbs of yoga, yeah? Not just only asana or not just only pranayama, but you need to practice yamas and niyamas. That means the ethical foundation, okay? Non-violence, truthfulness, sense control, no stealing, no accumulation, practice of purity, practice of contentment, practice of austerity, practice of self-study, and practice of self-surrender. Okay? So before everything happened, every little thing that happened, then you get very irritated and angry and blaming yourself and have self-pity, yeah? But now you need to practice self-surrender. That means The idea that you don't really know everything, yeah, and then you have to accept. Okay, that's also part of the basic practice in order to keep your mind calm. You practice steady pose. That means not just running around all the time, but sit still. Practice steady posture. Practice the control of the vital energy, the prana. Control the senses, concentration, meditation, contemplation, and eventually the last is samadhi. And that is the purpose, that is the goal, when there is no more sense of separation and when everything comes together. So in this system of practice, very important that you are aware in the beginning to take care of your physical health. So you practice the asanas in order for you to be healthy. And when you are healthy, you need to understand that the practice of asanas overhauls or strengthen all the system of your body. The musculoskeletal system, so your structure, your alignment, so when you sit, when you stand, when you walk, you have a better alignment. So you keep your spine healthy. And then very important is your digestive system. Okay? So you digest well, then you'll be healthy. The respiratory system, you breathe well, very important now, everyone. Your circulatory cardiovascular system, okay? You need to move the body. Your nervous system needs to be strengthened. Your endocrine system, all these systems will make you healthier. And in order for you to self-develop, you need to know that you need to turn inward. Okay? You cannot carry on with a life outside all the time, active, external. You need to balance your life with time that you spend to work from inside out. You turn inward. Okay? So that means that you become more aware. Okay? You have to become more aware of your emotions, of your states of mind, and you need to slow down. In order to be aware, you need to slow down. So sometimes you need a temporary withdrawal, okay, from your busy life, your sensual, your emotional, your work life. So once a week, you can be more alone, 1 hour a day, once a week, 1 day a week, and go to the retreat, ashram 3 days minimum per 1 month, let's say, or if you are close by, per week. But you need to program your life so that you have time to recharge and to be with yourself. So part of your self-development training is you need to make sure that you are mentally and emotionally healthy. Okay? We're not aware of that, but we do not know that we are not really mentally and emotionally healthy. So what that means? That means that you need to develop a balanced personality. You're not going to extreme. So you observe yourself and you see that you go to extreme. You like something very much and you dislike something very much. For a yogi, you need to remove the word hatred out of your vocabulary. Okay? And the word also intense attachment towards something. So this is not helping you. So develop a balanced personality, and also you need to take time to heal from past hurt, past trauma. You don't become a victim of the past. You need to live in the present. The more that you'll be able to do that, the more you feel that you are on top of yourself, you are developing, you're not stuck. Because something that unresolved from the past will make that you feel that you are stuck. Okay? So develop also peace of mind and strength of mind and calmness of mind all the time. Yeah, you need to develop the capacity also to love selflessly, to concentrate, to not being distracted, and to have your heart open, to enjoy life. Okay, so if your life is miserable, something is not right. You need to be able to enjoy life. There is a lot of reason for you to enjoy life. Yeah, you look at the tree, the sunrise, you are happy, the wind blow, and you're happy. Yeah, very happy. Yeah, you notice that sometimes if you are in a good state of mind, just a very little thing, see a little flower that come out, and you are so happy. Yeah, so this is called a healthy mind. Okay. Live fully in the present. You notice, you're aware everything happening in the moment. You don't just go through life and like a sleeping state. And you need to also have a clear intellect. Okay, so that's why the way how you eat, the way how you think, help you. If you overdo internet, watching who knows games and things, then you see that your mind will become very dull. Okay, so you need to keep your intellect very clear, so you can make your decision, more clearly. Now the big portion of your emotional health, is how to transform your emotions, how to elevate your emotions instead of the emotion of fear, emotion of anger. Why people go see movie of a horror movie? And the horror movie is very popular. Yeah. Why? Because they want their emotion to be excited. Because when the emotions are excited, then they feel that they are more alive. Yeah. But this is not helping you to progress. This actually helps you to go backward. So you need to elevate your emotion, all this fear, anger, resentment, all this, and turn your emotion into pure love or devotion. So in order to do that, you have to learn to surrender your personal idea about things. Yeah, let go of your expectation, of your ego. You need to know that there is something more than you that is there. Okay, so it's very important that you practice the self-surrender, the acceptance, the flexibility of mind, your non-egoistic approach to life. Okay, and chant the divine name. It's called the kirtan practice. Every day, open your mouth and chant. Yeah, so that will regulate your emotion like right away. Chant mantra. Yeah, and there's a different practice, 9 kind of practice in Bhakti Yoga. Slowly you have to learn, but start first with the practice of listening. Yeah, if you start to listen, then you will not be so self-centered, and you'll be able to understand a rich world out there of different people, different personality, different animals, and then you become more enriched, and your life will be alive instead of being stuck. Okay, so learn to detach from your attachments. So that will make you feel stuck also. If you have too much attachment, okay, so you need to be detached, okay, and experience true love and experience more faith, and then you have more joy. Need to forgive other people. So you need to learn to forgive. It's very important. I believe that Swami Narayanji will teach a course on forgiveness soon. So please do attend. You need to learn also from your painful karmic lessons. So life is not just straight line. Yeah, sometimes this, sometimes that, and sometimes it's very painful. And you need to learn from these painful karmic lessons, and that help you to self-develop. In the most difficult time, crisis time, that's when you develop a lot. Okay? So you know that you have all the time in the world, yeah, and all the chances to become better, yeah, because you learn. You are all the time learning, okay? So the purpose of all these painful lessons is to help you with your evolution. So have a larger perspective and don't feel, down when you feel that, life doesn't go the way you want. Yeah. So know there's a big purpose to that. Okay. And accept that. Stop blaming. Yeah. Every circumstances are perfect for your growth. Slowly you are working out your karma, but know that whatever circumstances that you are finding yourself in, you are more than your experience. Okay? You experience things, you understand from it, but know inside of you that you are more than your experience. Okay? That you are perfect inside. That's what it means. And the very important thing that we cannot forget is you need to develop selflessness. Selflessness in karma yoga. Okay? It's a practical step. Yeah? So you need to change your attitude toward your action, toward your life. Learn more a feeling of non-doership, of non-egoistic attitude, and open yourself up to give yourself to others. Gandhiji say, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. So you need to become a role model to yourself. That means you need to have an idea of the self that you want to become. And the best way how to become a role model to yourself is to teach yoga. Because when you have to teach yoga for other people, yeah, you have to practice yoga. So learning yoga means learning to teach yoga selflessly. The best way how to learn yoga is to learn to teach yoga selflessly. So those who have not taken yoga teachers training course, yeah, please do. Then one thing I noticed that people, they feel stuck or they feel down because they are not interested in themselves. It's a strange thing to notice. Yeah, throughout the years that I deal with people, yeah, people are not curious about themselves. They are not interested. They are very lazy. They're interested about politics and about what to buy and what to shop and, what's happening in the market. All this they know in detail. Yeah, but about themselves, about their personality, about their life, why they think that way, they are not interested. So the first thing you need to do is be curious about yourself. Know that you don't know your inner being. Know that you do not know about yourself. Because people that are like that, it's because they think that they know, yeah, but actually they don't know. So then you know that you don't know, then you start to be more seriously looking to know the truth. You become humble then at that time, and you become open and you open up to new ideas, and you start on your yoga path. You become curious about yourself. Okay, so why our knowledge is so limited? Because we get our knowledge through the senses and through the idea of self-identity that is attached to the body and the mind and the ego, and through the fabricated opinion that people have towards you. Okay, so if you live in that world of the senses, of the mind, of the ego, with the opinion of others all the time, yeah, then you will not be able to know yourself. So you need to start the yoga life to purify yourself. Because all these thoughts are there in your mind. Opinion about other people, opinion of people about you, your sensual stimulation, habit, all these are there. But you need to start to learn to purify. And the yoga practice is very, very powerful to purify yourself and make you become more, we call sattvic or clear. So then you would start to love your own Atman. You start to love your own self. Instead of loving everything else around and neglecting yourself, so now you start to love yourself. Because you realize that the truth is within, the power is within, the answer is within. You realize that the body and mind are only your instrument, and it is not you. You are much more than your body and mind. Okay, so in this journey, I remind you, it's very important for you to have prana. So every day when you wake up, take your, almost like taking your pulse, know your level of prana. Okay? Because your level of prana depends on what you think and what you eat and your lifestyle, and what you practice. So through pranayama and asana practice, you balance your prana, you resupply your prana, you conserve your prana, you store up your prana, because prana will make you feel progressing. Okay? Practice of Hatha Yoga will help you to balance your two flow of energy, yin and yang, heat and cold, male and female, and that in itself will make you feel progressing. Okay? And every day, when the prana is high, learn to keep your mind concentrated. Because if your mind is distracted, you lose prana very quickly. But if you keep your mind concentrated through the practice of yoga, practice of mantra, then you have strength, calmness, peace. It leads you to successful meditation and help you not to be so restless. So restore your sense of self. Don't think that you know yourself. Restore the healthy, holy sense of inner strength, inner knowledge, and inner power. Develop yourself spiritually also. That's part of your spiritual health. What that means, very simply, it just means recognizing that the body and the mind are your instrument and it is not you. Just that will give you a feeling of detachment, of spiritual health. Number two, leading a conscious life. So whatever that you do, try to be conscious. That is called self-development of your spiritual life. Just to be conscious. Okay? And know that when you connect to yourself, your consciousness within, you connect also to the nature. Okay? So very important. Try to connect to nature. Live in harmony with others, everybody around you. It's a must that you live in harmony with them and live in harmony with nature. Okay? So connect with yourself, live in harmony with nature and others. So that is your most important thing to do. And last, in this long list of different things that you need to do to self-develop, is learn to think properly. Okay? Earlier we said learn to feel properly, learn to live properly, learn to behave properly, but also learn to think properly. So worrying thinking is not thinking. Okay? Thinking of the past and rehearsing the past, that's not proper thinking. Dreaming about the future is not proper thinking. So in Yoga Vedanta, we say try to develop the power of discrimination, which is the deep thinking about what is changing and what is not changing, what is real and what is not real, what is the self and what is not the self. Because only when you know that something is temporary, yeah, let's say you eat the coconut bliss ice cream and you feel so happy, yeah, but at the same time inside your mind you have to know this is a temporary happiness and you don't live your life for this, yeah, and you enjoy the coconut ice cream, but you have to eventually, let go of it and you'll be fine, you see. So learn the proper thinking, making the choice between what is temporary, then don't be attached to it, and what is permanent, then really work on it, okay? Think about this. So that is the number one. And the number two is learn to detach. Yeah, detach is also another way of thinking, okay? That means instead of thinking about something and jump into that thought 100% with all your body, your mind, your senses, your emotion, everything, and lose yourself in it, yeah, try to detach. That means think about it, do what is necessary to do in your life, yeah, but don't give it all. Don't lose yourself in it. Yeah, keep yourself for yourself. Yeah, be detached from everything else. The more that you'll be able to be detached, the more that you'll be in connection with yourself. Okay, and you don't lose the big picture that I talk about. Whatever you need to do what you need to do, but at the same time, don't lose the big picture about your self-development and don't lose yourself. Learn some technique of self-inquiry. That is the Vedanta. You have to learn Vedanta philosophy. Learn techniques of self-inquiry. And very important thing is learn self-reliance. Okay, translator, translate correctly this word. Self-reliance. Self-reliance is the capacity to be self-sufficient. Self-sufficient means you're not needing anything. You're happy just being with yourself. Yeah. If somebody help you, fine. If somebody don't help you, you don't get angry, upset, self-pity. You do it yourself. Yeah. So self-reliance also means you are tuning to your own true self. Yeah. And you know that you are perfect. Okay. And you know that with your own self-effort, yeah, everything would improve. So it's a lot of things that is involved in the quality of self-reliance. So last, be patient. You need to be patient, yeah, because you make a little effort and you think that you will get there. It's like you just learn a little bit exercise and you want to run a marathon. It's not possible. Yeah, so day by day, bit by bit, yeah, be patient and continue to have a sincere desire to know the truth about the self. Qualify yourself. Learn with a teacher, but know that the teacher cannot do everything for you. The teacher can guide you, yeah, but you have to do everything. Okay? So that is my long list of advice for International Yoga Day. So again, happy International Yoga Day for all the yogis of the whole world. The more people practice yoga, the more the world will be a better place. So now we pray for the world. We pray for your health, for your success in life, and self-realization. Okay? If you know the prayer, please repeat together. Om